Financial Secretary Po Chen defends the expenses and concessions given in yesterday's budget as Hongkongers voiced their concerns over a range of issues. Technology Chief Sun Dong says a new AI Research and Development Institute could commence operation as early as next year with the government funding of $1 billion. And former opposition lawmaker Lam Cheuk-ting gets a 37-month jail term for rioting at Yuen Long MTR station 6 years ago. Good evening. You are watching Cable News. I'm Evelyn Bai. In a Q&A session on radio this morning, Hongkongers expressed mixed opinions regarding the tax-related cost-saving measures announced in yesterday's budget. Financial Secretary Po Chen responded, stating that these initiatives were formulated after careful consideration of their impact on the public. Jeremy Zhu reports.
One resident proposed a per-person land departure tax alongside the proposed $200 air departure tax, arguing that it is unfair to exempt those crossing the SAR's land borders. Another caller suggested that even a small levy of $10 to $20 for those heading north could significantly aid public finances. Chen explained that a land departure tax would affect too many people, including daily commuters and cross-border students, and the government aims to minimize the impact on the people. Raising the air departure tax will increase airfares by a small amount, which is more manageable, Chen added. One resident expressed dissatisfaction with the relief in government rates capped at $500 and the cancellation of the annual $2,500 student grant for kindergarten, primary, and secondary school students. Acknowledging the concerns on rates, Chen clarified that such adjustments are tied to economic conditions, and tax relief has been more generous in stronger fiscal years. As for the student grant, Chen said it had to be cut since it did not require any means tests, and the money saved could help families which are truly in need. Jeremy Zhu, Cable News.
Some Hongkongers were not happy with the revision to the $2 transport subsidy scheme. Clarifying the government's stance on making the decision, Po Chen addressed the discontent. Residents also raised concerns about the ability of civil servants to go up in the pay scale ladder despite a salary freeze. Xue Rin reports.
Chen defended capping the ride limit to 240 trips, adding that only a minority of elderly people would reach that threshold. One caller on the radio program suggested that Joyu card holders pay a flat 20% for all journeys, rather than paying that amount only for trips costing over $10, adding that it could save the transportation expense of elderly people. Justifying the $2 scheme for journeys costing $10 or less, citing its simplicity and ease of subsidy calculation, Chen added that paying 20% for trips costing more than $10 effectively addresses the issue of short rides on long routes. Another caller expressed frustration over the elderly getting a subsidy reduction, while civil servants could earn more with a promotion despite a salary freeze. Chen clarified that the decision had factored economic growth, pay rise in the private sector, and the government's fiscal consolidation efforts. As for pay scale advancements, Chen reiterated the necessity of performance evaluations. However, according to government records, only 32 civil servants had their scale increments withheld for underperforming in the past 3 fiscal years. Cheryl Yun, Cable News.
Highlighting the importance of artificial intelligence and emerging technologies in his budget yesterday, Finance Minister Po Chen has earmarked $1 billion to set up the Hong Kong AI Research Development Institute. Technology Chief Sun Dong says the government aims to secure funding soon, with plans to get the facility online as early as next year. Xue Rin reports.
Speaking at the AI Action Summit 2025 held at the Cyberport, Sun said the institute will play a pivotal role in advancing the industrial application of the revolutionary technology in Hong Kong.
As announced yesterday by the Financial Secretary in the 2025 to 26 budget, to establish the Hong Kong AI R&D Institute, a dedicated public mission-driven undertaking. The institute will spearhead AI development and industrial application in Hong Kong, promote cross-sectoral collaboration, and add another exciting chapter in our AI history book.
Sun elaborated the institute's overarching objective of enhancing AI applications across various sectors in the city, such as finance, medical, legal, and governmental services. When asked about Hangzhou-based AI firm DeepSeek, Sun added that the city's first locally developed chatbot, Hong Kong Guy V1, has already integrated technology associated with DeepSeek. Cheryl Yuen, Cable News.
Former lawmaker Lam Cheuk-ting and 6 other men were sentenced today for their involvement in a 2019 riot in Yuen Long, popularly referred to as a 721 incident. Lam received the heaviest sentence of 37 months, while the others were given jail terms ranging between 25 and 31 months. The 7 defendants who were convicted last December were found guilty for rioting with another group at Yuen Long MTR station on July 21, 2019. In the district court, Judge Stanley Chen noted that while Lam did not commit violence, his status as a lawmaker distinguished him from the others. He used a small microphone to address the crowd, urging them to hold on. Therefore, the judge did not accept Lam's claim that he intended to calm the situation. Chen ruled that Lam had stirred up emotions after calling the white-shirted men who were seen holding placards saying "Protect the Homeland" as gangsters. Lam is already serving a sentence of 6 years and 9 months for subversion for his role in an unauthorized primary election in 2020. A truck driver was killed in a 7-vehicle collision on Yuen Long Highway this morning. 6 others, including a young boy, were injured in the accident. At around 7:30 a.m., 4 private cars, 2 light trucks, and a heavy-duty truck rammed one behind the other near the Shet Pak Heung interchange, causing severe traffic congestion in the area. A refrigerator truck emitted white smoke, and the driver's cabin was severely damaged, trapping the driver inside. Firefighters took about an hour to rescue him. He was rushed to Pok Oi Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. A vehicle owner involved in the incident said one vehicle was moving slowly, with the hazard warning lights on, possibly leading to the collision, as others could not brake in time. 3 men, 2 women, and the boy were also sent to Pok Oi Hospital for treatment. In a massive clampdown on online frauds, authorities in Myanmar have arrested more than 7,000 people working in notorious scam compounds that have thrived on the country's border with Thailand. The detainees are from different countries within Asia and around the world and were lured under false pretenses of a good job and good money. The release of the scam workers started more than 2 weeks ago after Thailand, under pressure from China, cut power and telecommunications links to the compounds on the border. Authorities in Myanmar are having a tough time repatriating the workers and are short on resources as it takes time and collaboration from other governments, said Nang Mao Zo, spokesman for the Myanmar Border Guard Forces. But many of the host countries are not willing to take back their own citizens, complicating the issue further. The unprecedented size and scale of the repatriation effort is also putting a strain on Thai authorities, as they fear they might have to look after the workers indefinitely. Screening genuine victims and segregating them from those who are involved in human trafficking is also becoming a major hurdle to cross for the governments in Myanmar and Thailand. Oscar-winning actor Gene Hackman and his wife have been found dead at their home in the United States of New Mexico. Police in the state capital, Santa Fe, confirmed the deaths of Hackman and his wife, Betsy Arakawa, alongside their pet dog. Hackman, 95, was a Hollywood icon, earning 5 Oscar nominations and winning twice. His wife, 63-year-old Arakawa, to whom Hackman was married for 34 years, was a celebrated classical pianist. While the cause of death remains unclear, authorities have confirmed there are no signs of foul play. The Hong Kong Exchanges and Clearing Limited, operator of the SAR's stock exchange, reported a record 13 billion net profit for last year. With a 10% jump year-on-year, higher market turnover and the surging new listings were the contributing factors. Jeremy Zhu reports.
The surge in revenue was also driven by doubling of the average daily trading volume to nearly $187 billion and the optimism over Beijing's economic stimulus measures. Profit in the last quarter of 2024 jumped 46% to $3.78 billion. This has prompted the bourse operator to pay a second interim dividend of $4.9 per share, bringing the total to $9.26 for the whole year. A nearly 10% increase from 2023, when HKEX stock yielded a yearly return of $8.41 per share. HKEX Chief Executive Bonnie Chen highlighted improved market sentiment in the second half of the year, driven by reforms enhancing the listing regime. She pledged further improvements to boost the appeal of Hong Kong's IPO market in 2025. The SAR ranked 4th globally in launching initial public offerings in 2024, raising $88 billion from 71 listings. A big chunk of that figure came from the IPO of Midea Group, which raised $35.6 billion for the Foshan-based home appliance maker. Jeremy Zhu, Cable News.
Now let's take a look at the stock market. The Hang Seng Index was down 69 points. Top added stocks of the day. Alibaba was down $1.20. Checker Fund was down 2 cents. SMIC was up 40 cents and BYD was up $8.80. Foreign exchange against the Hong Kong dollar. Canadian dollar 5.42, Australian dollar 4.89. On to the weather now. It will be humid with fog during the day tomorrow, with a minimum temperature of 17 degrees. Expect similar conditions over the next couple of days. Now let's take a look at the weather around the world. That's our news tonight. I'm Evelyn Bai. Thanks for watching and good night.